So there have been several updates and changes that were announced in last week's live letter, and what I wanted to do today was go over the changes that have me the most excited for Endwalker. So this video will be the top 5 changes announced for Endwalker, starting with number 5, throw changes. So this change isn't exactly game breaking, but it is something that I am really happy about, and that is the developers are finally making it so throwing abilities won't break your combo. It can be really frustrating when you are 2/3 of your way through a combo, and then are forced to run out of melee range just to stand there twiddling your thumbs, because you don't want to break that combo. I like to try to remain optimal at all times, and it feels pretty bad when you are forced to stand still doing nothing. Like I said, it's not a game-breaking change, but it will make combat feel better, more fluid. For future hopes, I think it would be really cool if the developers gave physical DPS more actions to do while in ranged. Maybe add a combo to the throwing abilities. It obviously wouldn't be as good as ranged DPS, but it could be something that physical DPS can do while not being able to stick onto the boss. Number 4, cooldown changes. So, they are introducing changes to the timing of some cooldowns, making it so that more cooldowns fall into 120 or 60 second time frames. So what this means is that some of the abilities that were 180 second cooldowns will drop to 120 second cooldowns, and abilities that were 90 seconds will become 60 seconds. What this means is that we will be able to use these cooldowns more often, and hey, using abilities more is always better, and they will align more often. Something that really kind of sucks is when you have to wait on using a cooldown because you want to align it with another one. For example, one cooldown is 120 seconds, the other is 90 seconds, so then you wait 30 seconds so that you can stack both of them. This will also help with aligning cooldowns with raid cooldowns. It can be a bit, of a challenge figuring out when to use your cooldowns to best align with raid cooldowns, so hopefully this change will alleviate that problem. And just to be clear, not every ability is getting these changes, but hey, some of them will, and at the very least, using those abilities will feel much better. It's all about making the flow of combat feel better, giving it more fluidity. Waiting on cooldowns? Well, that halts that fluidity. Number 3, White Mage changes. So, White Mage, at least as of now, is my favorite healer, and the changes that they announced made me even more excited to play it. So the first big one was Offensive Spells Recast is being reduced to 1.5 seconds. I know, this is for all the healers, but White Mage is a healer, so yeah, I'm gonna list it here. Anyways, it will allow for more DPS between casting heals. My question is, how will this interact with casting Dia? One of the problems I have with White Mage, and by extension all the healers I suppose, is when you have to wait 2.5 seconds after casting an instant spell. Well, that brings gameplay to a halt. It's very noticeable, and it feels bad. I am hoping that this change will alleviate that. The next change is White Mage centered, and that is they added a way for the player to interact with their Lily gains. For those that might not know, Lilies are a resource that the White Mage uses to cast some of their most useful and potent spells. Currently, the way we gain Lilies is by waiting for a bar to fill up. Slowly, mind you, and there is no way to speed it up. Not anymore though, because they are giving us an upgraded Holy spell that will speed up Lily gains. I didn't think Holy could get any better, but they found a way. So my question is, how will this spell work? Is Holy just being upgraded, or is this a brand new action? My guess would be that it's a new action that will be sort of like Ninja's Mug ability. It will have a cooldown attached to it, and will interact with the White Mage's ability to gain Lilies. Number 2, combos in one hotbar spot. Okay, so they announced for Gunbreaker that their Gnashing Fang combo will be an action that automatically updates to the next ability in the combo. What this means is that now you can place the Gnashing Fang combo into a single slot on your hotbar, and when you press that button to execute Gnashing Fang, it will automatically update to Savage Claw, and then when you press Savage Claw, it will automatically update to Wicked Talon. So that's an amazing quality of life change that will free up 2 spaces on your hotbar. So my question becomes, why not do that for all of the combos? Gunbreaker also has their Keen Edge combo. Why not change that as well? Then their 2 combos would only take up 2 hotbar spaces. Actually, why not expand that out to all the job combos? Samurai, for example. Samurai is a very combo-focused job. I have 6 buttons reserved for them. Sound familiar? They could easily make the Gecko combo, Kasha combo, and Yuki Kaze combo each just take 1 hotbar slot, cutting the amounts of spots needed in half. If they did that for the AoE combos as well, that would free up another 2 slots. You know, as the game goes on, and they add more actions for us to use, it becomes more difficult to find keybinds for PC players, and I can't even fathom what kind of voodoo controller players have to do. If I didn't have a gaming mouse, I have no idea how I could set up some of the jobs with all the actions that they have. What I think they could do, so that way players who enjoy pressing different buttons for their combos, is make it an option that players can toggle on and off. Make it a preference. That way, everyone is happy. Number 1, Summoner. So, Summoner has me very excited, and it's basically going to be a brand new job in Endwalker with how much they reworked it. I am at heart a physical DPS player. That's the role I most enjoy. But when I saw the Summoner job action trailer and heard how it would be playing, this could very well convert me. So, Summoner will now actually be focused on summoning. Like, who would have thought that the Summoner class shouldn't be focusing on dots? Oh, and by the way, all the dot actions were removed. Anyways, as you summon the different they aren't exactly primals because that would be, dangerous, but for simplicity's sake, let's say primals. As you summon the different primals, you gain different elemental attributes and abilities, and they all look really cool. What's more, you gain access to instant cast abilities so that the summoner's mobility is going to be really good. There will also be a very long cast spell that you will need to time for the right moment so you can get them off without dying to mechanics. It looks and sounds really cool, and I'm just very excited to get my hands on it and see how it feels. So those are the top 5 changes that have me excited for Endwalker. I know the hotbar combo change, at least at the moment, is only for Gunbreaker. If that was announced as a universal change, I think that would have stolen the show for me. But that is something I really do hope for in the future. I just don't think it takes skill to hit buttons in sequence. It just takes up hotbar space. But that's me. It wouldn't stop me from playing if they didn't make this change. Anywho, which changes are you most excited for? Did any of them make my list? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day.